Hey guys, welcome back. Another PTCGO. I figured I'd sneak one in on the weekend here, leading into the weekend. Upload it on the weekend. We are playing some more Lonely Flareon, and if you haven't seen this, it hasn't changed since the last time. But just in case this is the first one that you're tuning into, let me just give you a little sneak preview. As you can see here, call it Lonely Flareon because there's nothing but Flareon in here. So went through a few iterations. I had a Volcarona that kind of worked well with this, but the games do not last long enough to take advantage of all those discarded fire energies. So we're just going straight up Flareons, a little bit of support, and some ways to get certain support. And yeah, that's it. Just slamming energies for days. And it's gimmicky, sure, but gotta do what you gotta do. We got some versus ladder reset. Let's get into some games. Alright. So we should have a cold beverage. Now, I've been thinking about doing something similar, but maybe someone in the Discord, if they'd like to challenge me in like a fun best of 3 or something like that, we could do that and sort of do maybe one of those a week or something along those lines. No hard feelings if somebody wins or the other person wins, but be interesting, be cool to see some decks, what you guys are putting together. We get a Cubfu. I also haven't been playing since Fusion Strike came out, so I don't know if there's anything in there that I should be keeping an eye on. Looks like we have a Hitmonchan. Out in the active. Interesting. Very nice. Oh, we got another Flareon V. We can go like so. And this is kind of good. We go second, so our Flaming Breath is able to be used, which is nice. So we can attach an energy. And then next turn, as long as they don't Marnie us, we will have our Flareon VMAX, another energy attachment, and we're ready to max detonate. Still not entirely sure what kind of deck this is. Fists of Strife, 200 damage. That's pretty scary. It does require 3 energies though, so. I don't completely understand the reasoning for the Hitmonchan. I also don't know where I haven't been playing very much. Not sure exactly what my rating would be in terms of who I'm playing against. So if you see something here, it might not necessarily be a good deck. I shouldn't say anything. I'm going to lose to it after jinxing myself. It's a long turn over there. Seems to be the theme. 70 damage to my Flareon. Alright, so I'm okay with that because now we're going to almost certainly knock him out before he can power up, get that third energy on there. Kind of hurts to play this Flareon deck against stuff that doesn't require a lot of damage to knock out. Because that's kind of its wheelhouse. But we like to see big HP stuff so we can hit like 400s and 500s and or 420s even. Now that we have our single strike energy on there. We'll see if I have time to. I might upload some gameplay from Pokemon Snap that I still haven't beaten. I was going to get back on a sort of regular basis, play some stages, upload, but got busy. So I'll have to get back into that too. Maybe that'll be a fun weekend. We'll do gaming weekends. I guess also when this goes up, yesterday we would have started a stream on twitch.tv/Blasty, streaming with him, doing a Diamond and Pearl playthrough. So it looks like we got a little bit of a surrender there, and I would imagine that we'll be streaming that every night, including tonight as well, from when this video is uploaded, until we beat the game. Very nice. Alright, let's see if we can get some big nasty VMAX opponents so we can slam them with some big numbers. And hopefully a little bit better a game, I suppose, in terms of you like to see it come down to the wire if you can. Nothing like a close game to really get you going. Alright, we got our Flareons, we got both of them. So you do take a mulligan or two with this deck, where there's only 4 basic Pokemon, and there's the potential to prize 1 or more. Usually any more than prizing 1 of a 4 set is pretty unlikely, but it can happen. In which case you're pretty much boned. But at the same time, I'd rather him draw some cards and start with Flareon than have other Pokemon in the deck just as filler, because we want to get him out as soon as possible so we can start powering him up. So this is pretty awesome. We got boss's orders too, which is nice. We can capture energy, I think is the play, which is going to allow us to get another Flareon V. Awesome. And then we are going to Flaming Breath, which is also awesome because we're going to attach an energy. And there we have it. Easy peasy. Seems like we have the same scenario as the last game, where we're setting up super duper quick, have everything in place, as long as we don't get Marn dogged, which we didn't. He's bird keeping. I have no idea what this deck is either. Crazy Golbats. Spread boys maybe. Draw 2 cards when you evolve. Golbat draw support. I have not seen that yet. Interesting. 90 damage from Indeedee. Oh, so we want to reset his hand if we can with a Marnie at some point. Since he's going Indeedee extra damage for cards in your hand. I did that in the pre-release actually, and it worked really well. Let's see here. Should we? I guess we can single strike energy. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't look like we have any big targets. So maybe we go heat energy instead. And we can evolve our Flareon V into a VMAX. Why not? Also, at the same time, we're thinning our deck, leaving energies in and pulling out cards that are not energies. So if we were trying to fight something with a lot of HP, that could be critical. Because if you get, just even 1 extra energy on the attack, it could mean KO or not. Could mean the game. Draw 3 cards. I haven't played in a while, but I'm failing to see why this deck is being played, other than the fact that maybe my MMR is reset. And we're playing against people that are maybe new? Or maybe this guy just really wants to do the Indeedee gimmick. Hard to say. But do what you gotta do. He's gonna collect. I think we have another surrender on our hands here. Ooh, we only did 200 there, so that's where, if you can get those cards out of your deck. There we go, we got a Marnie. So there is little to no threat. His Indeedee would work a whole lot better if he had a double colorless energy, which is not in rotation right now. I'm sure it'll come back someday. Everything seems to. Same with Ultra Ball. They always come back. I would be very surprised if we make it all the way through Sword and Shield without it being printed. That's why certain cards, like older versions of them, can be more valuable. If it's something like a Switch, or it's something like an Ultra Ball, Quick Ball, there's a very good chance it's coming back, and you'll be able to... you shouldn't, but you could, if you wanted to be a Bling Master, play the older version of the same card, as long as it reads the same way. With the exception of stuff like Professor Juniper and Sycamore, where they now turned it into Professor's Research, even though it did the same thing. Would have been nice if you could play those older cards, if someone really wanted to. Seems like the new method of where they call it Professor's Research is going to allow for the fact that you can play with any of the professors that you want from the time that started. So we got another little bit of a snoozer. I mean, the Indeedee might have been alright if you were playing against something with not very much HP, but I mean, I guess he might get a knockout on one of the Flareon VMAXs, but then we have another one that's ready to go with 1 energy. There's the surrender. So yeah, I think just the Indeedees in general are just too much effort to set those up. Nice. Alright, I have time for one more game, so let's do that. Hopefully we have a little bit of a challenge here. Oh, I hope we play against the Ray V deck. I think we're going to. Sure looks like it, based on the coin in the deck box. It might be a dead giveaway that's what we're playing against. I would very much like to hit something big. We've been smacking on little one-prizers, and nobody wants to see that. I want some big juicy rays to slap for 500. Would you like to draw a card? I sure would. Alright, so we have our Evolution Incense for next turn, which would be really cool. Oh my god, he's playing Leafeon. This poor man. I don't... I gotta feel for him. It's an unfortunate matchup. It's kind of the same way. Anytime you have a weakness to the opponent, especially when dealing with big bulky boys, it's bad. Double damage is no joke. Thought for sure we were going to play against a Ray VMAX, but don't seem it. I should make these other decks. I have a bunch of extra cards and everything else, so it wouldn't. I don't think Leafeon would be that expensive to make on PTCGO either. So okay, we're good. What the hell is going on with that? That is bugged. That's kind of neat. Oh, maybe is that a feature? So that you can read the text. I have no idea what happened right there. I've never seen that before. So let's attach, and we'll Marnie for fun. We got these stupid little sobbles over here that need to back off. And let's max detonate, baby. I think we might have the third surrender in a row. It's a surrender kind of day. Nice. So we got our second Flareon VMAX to set up, just in case this one gets knocked out. But I think he's going to be just fine. Where he's fully loaded, and we're up against two Sobbles. I mean, he can draw a lot of trainer cards with these. Drizzile style. But I don't think he stands a chance. Tool Jam. There we go. Another Drizzile. Shady Dealings for 45 minutes. That's the thing. When you have a lot of these like moving components and search cards and stuff like that, if it's somebody that hasn't played a lot of games, then it can take a very long time for them to decide what they're going to use. In the tournament format, like the bracket format, it doesn't give you nearly as much time as here, where we're just playing normal matches. I guess we could do tournaments too in video next time. Maybe I'll do a tournament next time. It might be a good idea. See if we can win some tournaments with Flareon VMAX. It's got a Crobat. Unfortunately, we don't have a boss's orders to smack it, and we don't really want to toss our hand because we can be powering up this guy. We're at a huge advantage, so it's not a big deal. We'll give him the heart for calling our deck good. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Oh no, I attached to him and I didn't realize that he had Tool Jammer. I'm dumb. Alright. Done. It's okay. Not the end of the world. It would be nice to get a boss's orders ready, because if he's powering up a Leafeon VMAX on the bench, then I can bring it out and slam it. It's almost impossible to not kill it in one shot at this point in time. Still lots of energy in the deck. We got Inteleons for days. More Inteleons. Waterfall. Uh-oh. He's going to try and waterfall us to death. It's going to do 140, which is pretty wild. And he can do 2 damage to us per turn. So we gotta be a little bit careful. But it's alright. We get this guy getting set up. If we were paying attention, we could have attacked last turn, which would have been nice to knock out this Inteleon. Interesting choice. He is not going to attack us. I guess we might as well go with the single strike energy, right? And then let's get a boss. I don't really want to discard. We'll get a boss and we'll get a Marnie just in case. Just in case we need an energy or something. It would be nice to have some more energies to put onto him next turn, but I think we'll be alright. Maybe we'll draw one, or maybe we'll get one in the prize. Let's get rid of this Inteleon before it does damage to us. 420, blaze it. Good night, rest in peace, Inteleon. There we go. We got a heat energy for our Flareon on the bench. We got a surrender, third of the day, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's it, that's all. Thanks guys for tuning in. Again, if you have any interest in maybe playing some games, hop on the Discord and maybe we can record a few, make a video. See you next time.